Hello, I'm Sunny Hatch, student at Western Governors University. The education of elementary school-aged children as learners and eventually successful adults is a continuing concern for educators across the country. And a 2015 report from the Center for Mental Health Project at UCLA entitled Conduct and Behavior Problems, Intervention and Resources for School-Aged Youth. It stated that the essence of good classroom teaching is the ability to create an environment that first can mobilize the learner to pursue the curriculum and then can maintain that mobilization while effectively facilitating learning. The process, of course, is meant not only to teach academics, but to turn out good citizens. However, there has been a rise in disruptive behaviors in schools across the country. Whether intrinsic or extrinsic, some teachers find it difficult to teach students with disruptive behaviors. Research suggests positive behavioral interventions and supports, PBIS, should be implemented in schools because there has been a rise of disruptive behaviors in classes. It helps students with mental and emotional challenges of life within the school system and beyond. And PBIS improves better classroom and school-wide behavior. Let's discuss the three main points here. One, PBIS should be implemented because there has been a rise of disruptive behaviors in the classroom. PBIS helps students with the mental and emotional challenges of life within the school system and beyond. And finally, PBIS improves better classroom and school-wide behavior. First, PBIS should be implemented because there has been a rise of disruptive behaviors in classes. Research has shown that behavior problems affecting children as early as kindergarten. Some young children who fear a lack of competence or peer approval become frustrated by exhibiting behaviors which are disruptive in the classroom environment, as referenced in the report on behavior by the Center for Mental Health and a technical brief in school climate by George Sagai in 2016. Students' behavior is individual to each student, and as are the consequences of their behavior. As students age, they are at risk of dropping out of school, ending up with low-paying jobs or no jobs at all, being involved in relationship troubles, substance abuse in the criminal justice system, or have other antisocial behaviors. Educators, mental health professionals, and law enforcement are determined in finding ways to help the child. As noted in the article, Combining School and Family Interventions for the Prevention and Early Intervention of Disruptive Behavior Problems in Children, A Public Perspective by Wendy Ranke et al. In 2009. PBS has shown positive results with children through mentor tutoring and continued behavioral education from the Center of Mental Health. On the PBIS OSEP Technical Assistance Center's website, in Part 1, PBIS Implementation Foundations, dated October 2015, it addresses the causes, the behaviors, and the needs each student individually as determined by those on the intervention team. Next, PBIS helps students with the mental and emotional challenges of life within the school system and beyond. Children come from different backgrounds, and one challenge they face in school is negative peer pressure. One child may be the aggressor, bullying, having blatant disregard for other students and teachers, and being disruptive in classrooms, while another may be the victim, unable to regulate emotions, internalizing problems, and withdrawing from the learning environment. In an article published online by Janine P. Stitcher et al. In 2011, children with mental and neurological disorders, such as Asperger's syndrome or high-functioning autism, may be unable to recognize proper physical boundaries and lack the necessary communication skills that significantly impact their education. Some children who are misdiagnosed as having learning disabilities are actually a product of their environment, as reported by the Center for Mental Health. When children are in an environment where the parents or guardians are low functioning, disengaged due to split families, poverty, drugs, abuse, or transient lifestyles, the children may focus on getting disruptive attention from those at school as a coping mechanism. Finally, PBIS improves better classroom and school-wide behavior. Because PBIS is school-wide, everyone involved with the children are trained as part of the PBIS program. Principals, teachers, paraprofessionals, interventionists, as well as counselors, psychologists, families, and law enforcement. Each are trained in a specific area to best help the child, as per the PBIS OSEP website. PBIS is multi-tiered, as you can see here in this pyramid. is a blueprint and self-assessment from the PBIS Positive Behavioral Interventions and Supports OSCP Technical Assistance Center. This is an example of how PBIS affects both the students both academically and behaviorally. Tier 1, which includes green, yellow, and red, is school-wide instruction for all students in whole class learning. This will be provided by teachers and others if needed. Tier 2, yellow and red intervention, additionally supports students with at-risk behavior within small groups led by interventionists or other paraprofessionals to supplement the skills or specific subjects such as math and reading in the classroom. Tier 3, red, provides specific students extra support who need more individualized, structured support. This may be one-on-one with a special education teacher, the principal, school psychologist, even the school law enforcement officer, where they are learning specific skills. In conclusion, research has shown that schools who have implemented positive behavioral intervention and support, PBIS, have reported through intervention, counseling, and skill-based exercises a decrease in disruptive behaviors in the classroom. Next, PBIS addresses and incorporates intervention and support strategies students need in order to manage the mental and emotional challenges they face in and out of school. Finally, PBIS focuses on teaching positive strategies for all school personnel and students, which improves better classroom and school-wide behavior and has shown to increase academic scores. Many children find school to be an exhausting uphill battle. PBIS will provide educators with the skills and tools to help children to become capable of having a positive educational experience and to learn how to become successful and productive adults in society and to make a better change in the world is to begin with the children.